But yeah, I'm just surprised that the Swain didn't end up moving a little bit sooner. His now, Jana, no flash.
Heal, flash, auto attack, first blood. Froggy is the one to pick that one up. And Evelyn Bot is in the area. Descent does drop the Rift Guard. They're going to look to engage. It's going to be a Cataclysm getting dropped down, but Vagar got pulled into the Cataclysm, which could be trouble.
Ooh.
Down goes Evelyn Bot. Down goes the Vagar as well. Hugs Descent and the support on the one side, but they're going to be the ones to get engaged on. Ultimate coming off for the Malphite onto the Vagar, but the Vagar is still okay for right now. He's going to try to flash the rest of his team as Evelyn Bot is on. Look, the Kaelin was left all alone on the backside, and no free hugs is now left all alone with everybody else from Farmingdale.
That's game!
Both of them are level 4. No Zillion bombs are available right now, which means French Delta Force is going to be able to get in. There's the flash, but the flag and drag lands, and El Unicornio in a lot of trouble. French Delta Force not able to get the kill. That one's going to go over to Huracan. Vagar doesn't quite know where he is. Has spotted him out. Here comes the Jarvan over the wall. Multiple members over the wall now as they're trying to get as much damage as possible. French Delta Force able to get the first kill. Now, bearing down on to the Xayah. They are going to get revived by the Zillion, but weak side. It just means they're a sitting duck to give more kills.
There's nothing.
Everything.
Yeah, they quite literally.
Malphite getting in there on multiple members here. Weak side is now starting to join the fight here. Oh, somebody's in stasis, somebody's resurrecting, but it doesn't just matter. They're just all meant to die to Vagar. It's a double kill for weak side, a double kill for French Delta Force. They get a kill back.
Leave the old man alone!
But they are going to be able to close out onto the Zillion. The cherry on top for Froggy and Farmingdale State College.
Holding on to this stock at 160.
Oh yeah, both of these characters decently heavyweight, gonna be seeing very large percentages. And the back ear from Matt Fat Mansion to take it right there.
I see it too. Oh, good forward air tipper there. Hope should be able to recover from this unless you get countered. Dags with a huge opener there.
But Splat says, listen, I need you to get right back on stage. It's nice that you want to get here. You gotta go.
And the block, I think, actually helped Splat there. Again, falling because the second hit of that...
I didn't get to show out last time the way I wanted to. I'll do it.
He's all warmed up now, but he will drop that stock this time around. Gordo up tilt, a week where they went to set number 3 and fell in that previous series.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow, what a down here. It's that you can kind of slowly build up damage. And then your armored move will not connect with all the hits, so you won't get the kill. And then you die. Tries to go for a very early up B kill right there. And your shield looks like a Skittle, and that will be it. The forward smash should be able to take it and hope with the JV3 against Splat.
That I think if you can use Milkman to shut down a B rush, you're pretty happy with that, especially if they're rushing right in. Mental Athlete catches 2, looking for more. Chris will not be outdone. Make it 3 for Mental Athlete. Yeah, that was more. You're more than happy with that trade.
And that means no KJ utility either, no extra peaks. And there's a quick trade down. Hookah wins between the Omens. It's Ummo and uh-oh for Mars Hill, as that's gonna be a Brooklyn College first map win. Players, just 1 shot left, probably 30 HP combined as Noodle gets traded. It's all up to Chris. Headshot necessary for Axite as he's trying to dance around the side, doesn't know where he's coming from. And Chris just barely secures it. I think 1 more second of stalling, and that's a Mars Hill round, so absolutely brutal. The concussion come through, flashpoints as well. This is an all-out brawl.
So much
ramp coverage. And everyone's here, and it's all looking good for Brooklyn, maintaining that weapons advantage, just rushing on in, and that's a flawless in this map point round. Suddenly surrounded, I think got shut down by a Rolling Thunder, and sure, Guyper's looking the wrong way, but that is a perfect defending half for Mars Hill for the win. Shot down, and that's gonna be an extra kill from the blast, and now it's just Guyper left after a flurry of kills. and no time to waste. There's too much on the clock. Lots of damage dealt, but only one taken down.
Trades on one on each. Knives finally come out, though. I can hear them. Didn't look like they caught anything, though. There's the flank. Axite with a stringer. Doesn't find anything now. But trades coming through. One on each. Chris continue to trade 2-2.
Oh,
coming down.
no.
Finally, the picks on Pixie.
Oh!
That's it. MHU stays alive.
Another moment where you're worried for him. Polo Spring gets that first blood. 2 members left. We've seen August come alive when moments required, but now with worse weapons and not quite the angle. That is a 13-10 win.
And, well, we're already underway. That we are, and I'm just so happy to be here. Of course, it's going to be Kilo Miles leading in on all the action, and I am Captain Ahsoka, going to be your co-host and commentator for today. And already, before we can even get the introductions done,
however, when iTheta gets the hit, then it's Nick Jam popped into the air, and that's no good. Especially when you're knocked off stage. Nick Jam trying to recover, going high, but gets knocked out of the air by the forward air, swatted away. Can he get it again? Waits for the air dodge, but he misses the up B.
Already you can see Ken trying to get right back to work, but they're in the red. They're in the critical percentages. One solid hit, and honestly, from Ike, nearly every hit is solid, as that will just about do it. It's the up air to get the final stock. Oh, nice forward throw off of the edge. Not going to be able to confirm, though, as yet another final elimination goes the way of iTheta. And if I'm not mistaken, that's 3 up, 3 down. FSU take the dub.
Oh, Helix. I would have liked to see him press that because you can't get that height off the wall. And Bucks is going to be able to.
Welcome here, everyone, to the end of the regular season as well as the start of playoffs. We are here with some collegiate fall action. The playoffs are upon us across multitudes of games, and I am excited to kick things off with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. My name is Orbital. With me is, of course, the most beautiful crow ever. Beautiful, how you doing today?
Oh my god, Orbital, I'm so excited. You said it yourself. It's playoffs time. Regular season done and went away with. Now we get down to the brass tacks and the nitty gritty. It's gonna be a fight. I'm so excited for it.
It's going to be an amazing fight because we have the 9th seed going up against the 8th seed here today. It is LIU Sharks going up against Kean Esports, and they are going to be fighting out for a chance to face off against a very, very real opponent that is on the other side of their bracket in the quarterfinals. It is going to be that Fisher College up there that we are slating to go ahead and win the match. Now, granted, that has not happened, but again, it is slated. They are first seed, so it is understandable that we give them the benefit of the doubt. Either way, whoever wins this one is in for a very fun time, but they have to win here first.
Absolutely, and they will be best of 3 matches continuing on, I believe, all the way through?
Mm-hmm. I think most of the way.
Most of the way,
so.
yeah, most of the way, unless we get something changed on that. So, I mean, it's not just too dissimilar from the format they're used to in the regular season, with the regular season matches, but it's a marathon, not a sprint, as the saying goes. You know, you have to make it through this 16 and then get to the quarterfinals, and then, you know, it's up to the gods at that point. Like, you gotta play on your best behavior. Like, staring down the barrel at Fisher, like, woo.
man, I mean, that's going to be an upset story in itself if it does happen that way. Unless Trine University decides to literally just circumvent all expectations and, just completely wipe Fisher. I mean, hey, anything can happen, knock on wood, haha. But yeah, LIU versus Kean tonight. I'm excited because this LIU squad, we've come to love and endear them so much. At least I have. I'm not like, their biggest fan or anything, but they got my attention for sure.
Listen, I'll say it. I'm a big fan of them for one big reason. It is the littlest of Max coming out here. And we have gotten word again in this 3v3. It is going to be very entertaining. Little Mac, of course, for me, was one of the mainstays. But taking a look back there, Julian was one of the big reasons that we saw LIU take such a rampant lead. And for the other side, Kean, they are hoping to do the same. Again, coming in here, I believe, actually has a higher seed at 8th. Yes. They are very, very close. And we have to state something, right? When it comes to seeding specifically, a lot of these teams, they did not play against each other in the regular season. It was a lot of back and forth, a little bit of the Swiss bracket. So the idea of, hey, just because they're 8th or 9th, it doesn't really matter at that situation. Both of them pretty much had the same map records or the same game score records. So you're taking a look at two teams that are more than willing to ramp things up. And for Kean, taking a look, they have 3 main players. We got JP, Lust, and Lemon T. JP maining that Ness. We got Lust maining that Bayonetta, and then Lemon T maining that Wolf. So a somewhat decent spread there. Some very high priority, some very aggressive pickups here, as well as just a little bit of versatility.
I mean, that lineup, all of their characters are so aggressive, and I mean, they're very combo heavy, the Bayonetta and Wolf especially, and it's really interesting the fact that, they're the better seed by percentage or whatever, but them and LIU have the same series score through the regular standings. So we look at all the brackets throughout this entire top 16. This is the closest matchup we have comparatively in all the spreads. So that I'm just gonna say it. We're gonna get all 3 games. I'm putting it out there right now. So if y'all want to strap in and sit down, it's gonna be a long night with your boys over here. So getting into it though, last time we saw, not last week because there was a break. Yay, happy Thanksgiving. We saw LIU versus Muskingum in a very, very intense matchup. And I mean, props to my guy, and especially Humboldt coming through with this unorthodox lineup that they have, not the most conventional top tier characters, but making them work exponentially so, and just doing absolute work. And I mean, they're looking to continue that momentum here, but Kean, they're no slouches either. So I'm looking at Captain Lust to really, set the pace and set the tone to see how we get going.
That's the hope, of course, starting off on the right foot. And I do agree that, hey, LIU have already made a name for themselves, but Kean are looking to do the same thing. And keep this in mind, right? It's only 3-on-3. A lot of the crew battles I think we do see generally are 4v4. We see a few more people. And as well as these teams do have roster substitutes if they wish to change things out per game. Now, please keep that one in mind. It is going to be per game that they are able to swap out. We here on the desk already know what 3 players will be being fielded on either side to start off, so we have a little bit of insider knowledge there. But for Kean, I do agree. If they are looking to open, though, that Bayonetta, I'm very interested to see if it is going to be, that starter, kickoff, whatever happens. And keep in mind, for the other side, for LIU, I believe they have submitted my guy as well as Humboldt and DS. So for them, it's that Mario Inkling on DS Mario main, and then it's the Piranha Plant on Humboldt, and then the Little Mac. So for them, again, as you said, unorthodox, but it does cover each other very nicely, right? If you're looking for the aerial, hey, you can go for the Piranha Plant. You can also look at that Inkling to have a little bit more range kind of mixed in there. And then field in the mixed martials, right? You're looking at that Mario, a little bit of everything. And then the Little Mac for ground game. You literally have your pick of that triangle of power.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. Just because I really want to see how Kean's going to have an answer to specifically Humboldt on the Piranha Plant should they choose to stick with it the entirety of this game, because that's the most unorthodox pick, I would say, aside from DDD, even though more people are picking DDD now. I don't know what's in the water, whatever, it happens. But Piranha Plant into these other matchups, generally, I mean, Bayonetta will probably be the hardest matchup they have. Up against Ness, I'm not going to be too mad at it, because playing Piranha Plant on online connection is honestly some of the most frustrating guessing games I've ever had to play in my life. But it'll happen if it happens, as we are getting into the game. And I believe we're starting. Ooh, FD first? Oh, baby. Let's get it in. Oh, no. Call me.
You know what I'm mad about? You know what I'm mad about? There ain't no Lil Mac, right? They picked this because there's no Little Mac, and I'm so salty about this. You don't get Little Mac FD. Are you kidding me? So rude. So rude. But, of course, for Kean, we are getting out here, and we already see that Ness rocking there and the Piranha Plant on the other side. Great starters either way, but a very nice neutral stage in both. Kind of opting for that dance. Right now, though, it is going to be the likes of the Ness taking a lot of damage.
Oh, Apollo gives me the gift of prophecy. I said we were probably going to see this first, and I told you it was going to be difficult for Ness because he's going to have to play differently than normal. Like, you're not going to be using a lot of those zoning techs that you would like to be able to use, with the PK Fire, with the PK Flash, etc., etc. You're really going to have to go full, up close and personal melee Ness, which he does have a decent job of doing, but Humboldt has stronger answers with some of these armor-based attacks that Piranha Plant has with its pot, and how crazy high damage Spike Ball can do and can easily take out Ness at these percentages.
I mean, it's so dangerous, right? And that's going to be a little bit of an aerial. What a done deal by the Humboldt. Humboldt being a little bit humble. Shield already getting broken low. And honestly, this is looking dangerous already. 36, the poison taken away. And honestly, it feels like the Nest doesn't really have an in, right? We're watching this. Again, a nice little snap out saying, nah, you don't get that chance. The plant bites hard. A little bit of electricity, 131. A chase with the bolt, sending him into the air once again. I think that's off stage. No, you're still alive. But the Seekers, the snipes are just too good.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, Humboldt is not in too much danger when it comes to getting hit with those, off-screen PK fires, sending them up to the blast zone. They're not enough to kill at the weight, but it's just a matter of what can JP... Humboldt. What? Okay.
That feels illegal. I'm just going to say it here. That feels so illegal what just happened.
You can't absorb those. Like, one of Ness's biggest tools against other zoners is the fact that he has the Psi magnet to be able to absorb energy-based attacks. Spike balls aren't energy-based. That is a pure physical object hitting you in the dome and taking you out.
And it hurts, not just for that reason, the fact that your opener kind of got squashed there, which, again, Humboldt did an amazing job, but JP, of course, not really understanding that matchup as well as they would like, maybe just knock one matchup. The fact remains that this matchup between the 8th and 9th seed is now looking way worse for this game one, right? You're taking a look here. Humboldt has all 3 stocks left. That single stock now gets reset down to 0, and this Piranha Plant can still cover a wide variety of options, right? You take a look down the line. What's next? A Bayonetta in the back pocket, right? A Wolf. I mean, I feel like the Bayonetta would be very nice if you get those combos rolling, but Humboldt has so many ways to deal with those combos, being able to break it up, not allow, that continuous sectioning to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Kean right now, 100%, I'd send in Wolf, just because you have a lot more power. He's heavier, he's meatier, he's able to, push through. Whereas like Bayonetta is very much a light character, has to rely on Witch Time, has to rely on, bat within, the dodges, dancing around. But if she gets caught, a few hits from Humboldt on this Piranha Plant can take her pretty far out. So I definitely, pull in the Wolf here, use the reflector. You don't have to absorb anything. You just knock it back at him, and it'll take damage that way as well. So definitely, they have options to play around Humboldt. This indomitable gatekeeping death plant. Oh man, but that was a great start for Long Island. Humboldt not dropping a single stock. My boy still got 3 stocks. So this is kind of a scary situation for Kean early on here in match number 1.
And granted, this is one of those moments where you can say it's a testing phase. For Kean, if they're not used to these matchups, use it as an experimental. You get a little bit more later on, but we are getting word here that we're still waiting. It is going to be a lust to come out here, though. Okay, so it is that Bayonetta, like we were kind of wondering about. You wanted that Wolf, but if the Bayonetta can get the combinations off, we know Piranha Plant is susceptible to those kind of minute moments. If you slip up once, all of a sudden things are off on the side, and hey, that Piranha Plant is gone. The problem that I see here is combinations are great. It takes time to rack up, and in that time you are taking damage. Bayonetta needs a clean 3 to be able to bring this back to almost a net 0.
Yeah, I mean, 100% Lust coming in, a very, very good player in their own right. So it's just knowing how to push this Bayonetta all the way through. I mean, Combo City is the name of the game here. Bayonetta is one of my favorite games of all times. Okay, so knowing how to optimize these combos, getting everything in. Top Blast Zone is gonna be where they're gonna be living for majority of this matchup, and it's just very difficult for Humboldt. Like if, like you said, get caught in those small increments, those small moments. If he gets caught up, he will be taken to Combo Town, and there's not really a lot of options that you can think of, like point blank range, spit out poison cloud, maybe point blank charge attack. I mean, it's just there aren't too many options for Humboldt to get out if he does get caught. That is the thing. If he gets caught, if he's able to keep distance away from Bayonetta, who literally is like, required by law to get up in your face and punch you. So there it's it can go back and forth 100%. I mean, with how Humboldt played up against JP, could very well do the same here up against Lust. We're just gonna have to go ahead and find out.
And with that thought process, I do want to pose the question now, because Humboldt so far has, of course, taken 3, 6 remaining now on the side of Kean. How many do you think Humboldt will be able to take, if we're guessing, in a very positive light for Humboldt? I mean, already has beaten, by the way, Humboldt has already beaten our positive rating of taking a 3-0 at the beginning. But
Right.
if we were to see more stocks taken out of Lust, how many would you assume would come away if it is that Bayonetta? Or do you think that it is going to be Lust to come out and say, hey, the combo game will be immaculate, I won't have to worry about anything? If that's true and Lust is able to win, how many stocks are they going to lose to secure that win? So it's a 2-part question. I want to feel this to you because I think those go kind of hand in hand.
Yeah. Okay. So 100%. Like, oh God, losing at least one. Like if the win is there, if they can get that combo rhythm down, like if they can get their rhythm down rather, Humboldt walking away with 1, keeping that indomitable garden gnome plant status there. But I mean, there is that possibility if Lust is, we know Lust is a very strong player. They could just take the 3 stocks. I think they would lose. I think Lust would lose at least 1, just because Bayonetta, she's pretty squishy. Like she's a light character, so she can't really take a lot of damage. The amount of damage that Humboldt can throw out with this Piranha Plant. So if they do lose, if Lust wins this matchup, I'm expecting at least 1 stock lost. If Humboldt wins, I'm thinking he's leaving with 1 stock remaining. Like,
yeah, you have to trade somewhere. Yeah, I agree. You got to trade somewhere, right? It's not going to be that that I would say close stock situation. You are going to lose it, right? And that is something that I think Humboldt is more than willing to take right now. If we're looking at Lust, though, and depending on the stage, which we are still waiting on that stage selection, we have heard that PS2, Town, and Kalis are currently banned out. What stage would be optimal then is my question, because there are only a few left. Where do you think we're going?
Let's see. Okay. So they banned. I believe they. Okay, wait. No, what did they? Okay, banned PS2 Town. Okay, so I mean. Okay. Let's see.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, hold on. While you're thinking about this,
I'm gonna say, like, wait. I was looking at the bans. I'm like, there's no way he's not doing FD again, right? And
well, we're gonna swap things up because it's actually Lemon Tea coming in. We thought it was Lust, and now it's Lemon Tea. It is that wolf, like you were saying. So now this changes the entire last 15 minutes that we had. We were like, hey, let's talk about Bayonetta versus Piranha Plant, and now we get wolf versus the Piranha Plant, and this I think shake things up in favor of Lemon Tea, right? A little bit more raw power behind it. You can actually beat out, I think, some of these trades, and it feels a lot better. You don't have to combo, right?
No, I mean 100%. Okay, so Wolf still does have them combos. Some Star Fox characters have them combos. I love them so much. But the thing that makes this matchup better for Kean is the fact that Wolf one is heavier, hits harder, but also has that reflector in his back pocket. That was like the number one thing that was just beating JP in the face, was he was not able to absorb the spike balls whenever they get shot out. Those are 100% reflectable by Fox, Falco, and Wolf reflectors. So that in itself changes the complexion of the matchup and how Humboldt has to approach this, because he's going to have to be a lot more aggro and rely on, Poison Cloud, dash attacks, maybe forward tilts. Like, you take away a decent chunk of the arsenal. Like, he has to get lucky to be able to hit those spike balls, as we are going into it right now. Back on Final Destination, and they're off to the races.
I like it. Hey, I can appreciate, again, keep things nice and safe, keep things in that neutral position, but for right now, it's an immediate combo game. As you were talking about, Lemon Tea racking up a solid 75, 80, 94, and counting.
Oh, he fell right into it. Okay. A half charge on that forward smash. Not enough to quite take him out. But yeah, Lemon Tea just has a better read on this matchup because you can stack him up. Ooh, wow, great roll through on that. Good DI. See, you have to go for point-blank spike balls to try and get any of that damage off. But Lemon Tea definitely has the ability to just completely sweep through this.
That ability is now being marred by the fact that Humboldt came back and ate up about 77. But the easy kick is good. Lemon Tea takes that stock. 77, but now you might trade your life. Once again, Humboldt, all you have to do is take a stock or two, and you've already done more than your fair share. A little bit forward more. 49, though, on Humboldt.
Okay, I thought he was going to try and stack the forward aerial chain, but no, just get enough damage off to where he needs to. Oh, no, you got to be careful with those recoveries. The charge shot is so strong from Humboldt. At this percentage, could kill just about anybody. But Lemon Tea remaining calm, you see how he's keeping distance, the spacies, the footsies. We had a little talk about this on Twitter. Being very careful with how you approach and when to go in. Lemon Tea is having to do that now, sitting at this high 142.
You gotta be able to dance, you gotta be able to tango with the best of them, and right now I think you're doing it. 106 and counting, 142, making sure you don't get hit. A great dash underneath that hit, and instead you get the blow. 118 and more. Back to center stage, a little bit of a spike ball goes out, trying to find the opening, and maybe a little bit of a shock, but not gonna have it. But you land right in front of the Piranha Plate, and an up smash takes that stock 2 to Lemon Tea so far.
That was so close. Because of that iframe, he was able to throw out the up smash and not get hit by the point blank spike ball that Humboldt hit throughout. If that had hit first, Lemon Tea is losing their stock. They will finally lose that stock there, but it's just the damage accumulation was too much. But Lemon Tea, the dash behind, I told you, being able to play this game significantly better than Lust would have been in the Bayonetta. Humboldt scrambling for answers.
At this point, I mean, Humboldt, you don't have to go crazy. Just have a bit of fun with it. If you can take one more, that's great. But you are losing ground. As you said, a little bit flustered, maybe hunting for the answer, not going for that ledge. Instead, getting back to center, keeping Lemon Tea, or attempting to, on the ledge. A little bit of a footstool, gets some extra air, throws out the spike ball, still nothing. Now the zaps come through. Humboldt eating 102. Another land in front could be the end. A plant pot to the face, though, as Lemon Tea is chasing to get this last stock off of Humboldt without losing one of their own.
That's a solid gold pot, man. Them hurt. Ooh, wow. Okay, that was almost bad, but that reflector saving Lemon Tea's life right there. Not trying to get hit by that. He's trying to close this out without losing that stock, and that dash attack should put him in an advantageous position. But props to Humboldt for slowing this down, but he lands on stage instead of getting the ledge. Gets trapped by Lemon Tea. And that will even us up.
I mean, that was perfectly read. There by Lemon Tea, right? We saw the earlier try by Humboldt. They'd done it before, going above the ledge, landing in the middle, and it was fine. You know, Lemon Tea let it happen. And then as soon as the Piranha Plant went by that ledge, it was like, nah, you ain't getting away with this a second time. So well done, and that's what we needed, right? We saw the late rack up of damage on Lemon Tea, and we were like, okay, this is dangerous. If you lose another stock, you put yourself in very dangerous territory. We did say, for the side of Kean, they needed to take those three, only losing one. That would keep them in kind of like a neutral area. So they've done so. They come back, but now let's see if they can take care of the second out of LIU.
Yeah, so the gatekeeper has been felled. I mean, matchup went according to expectations, as I would say. But very good fight from Humboldt. Did manage to get one stock off. So Lemon Tea coming into this, just, 2 instead of 3, not bad. Not terrible. We can do that. We can work with that. It's cool. But it will be up to whoever comes through for Long Island next to push this forward and take this match number 1. So, historically, my guy either enters in at the second or he's the last. It's come to this situation now for Long Island. Going up against a Wolf, I wouldn't be so surprised if he decides to put himself in.
I can see it. I can see it. I would also like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really do enjoy that. By the way, yes, that we know that's Fox on screen. We know Wolf was played. We promise you, we know the difference. At least I do. And it is. Oh my God, you called it. Beautiful. You called it off the rip. You knew it was my guy. You're like, listen, if this is the moment, this is the call. My guy stepping in to try and shut things down and ensure that LIU push to a game 1 situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, this is what you need to do. And immediately throws down the gauntlet, says, forget Final Destination. No, we're not doing that. Small battlefield. Utilize those platforms and the enclosed space. 100% the move you want to do here. I like it. I mean, this is going to be very as even of a matchup as we can get, with all things considered, unless, it was the Mario matchup. So we're going into it here. A small battlefield, battle of the seconds. Lemon Tea, of course, has to drop, as they did lose 1 stock as we are getting into it. The taunts are there. All right, Orbital, let's rock.
I'm excited, right? I want to see my guy take off and really kick things into high gear. So far, already getting a nice 25, but going for an early up B sets him up for Lemon Tea's aggression. And again, I feel if you're not going for the smashes, I mean, Lemon Tea is going to hit a little bit harder here. Already at 76 on the low Mac, and this is dangerous territory. Once again, Lemon Tea has done work already, took 3 stocks, and now hunting for 3 more. If you can't, that looks great. For right now, it's just looking for those chips. And a catch by the KO punch. The final piece of the uppercut.
He actually caught him in that, though. That's so crazy. Does it get returned on, though? No, blast on a little too high. Little Mac, though, my guy sitting at 128 on his first, now 144. Ooh, no, he fell too low. No. He fell too low. He got out with 3. This is actually insane. What? As quick as it started, as quick as it's over. My guy from Long Island. He said, look, Daddy says time to go to work. Let's put on the boots and let's get to going. Oh my goodness. This man is absolutely insane with how he can. This is just commanding so much presence. You want to talk about an aura machine?
Oh, man.
This man is him. He's really him.
I love the fact that Lemon Tea was like, hey, listen, I know Lomax got no air game. Let me show you what no air game looks like real quick. Let me just like a hard SD off the side. But it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And we all saw that. We understood that. I don't think it's going to happen again. And for the time that we did see Lemon Tea fight, it looked like some of those exchanges were going in the Wolf's way. So that makes me curious in the run back, which is why these best of 3s are so important. Teams get to kind of field and theory craft exactly what went wrong. And for that one, it was very clear cut. Don't SD, but at the same time, keep up the pacing with Lemon Tea. Lemon Tea it felt like a good pacing going. And honestly, my guy, that first stock, let's call it what it was. A little bit of luck toss in there. A little bit of luck toss in there. I'm a little back man.
Yeah, no.
I know that's luck. I know that's luck right there.
He kind of fell into his fist there. Just.
Yeah, it's like you didn't deserve that one. It really didn't feel like it, but you got it.
100%. Just went greedy for it. But no, I mean, Lemon Tea did have a really good game plan going to start with, getting quick hits in, dipping out, few blaster shots in. They do a decent chunk of damage to my guy. Unfortunately, fast fall a little too low, air recovery, whatever had it. It just came back to bite him, and it happens. But this is a best of 3, so there will be another chance to do so as we are going in here. Lust is finally here in the saddle, rocking the Bayonetta versus Little Mac. Now this should, in theory, go according to textbook.
Should be going to textbook, but again, we are in that situation where we were talking about with Lust in that second as well. The fact that Lust needs to make this happen perfectly, right? You have another 3 stocks on the back end that you have to worry about. So this should not be costing you two.
Oh,
You gotta finish this one off nicely, and it looks like it might be done. However, a nice little bounce out by my guy says, hey, I'm back on that ledge. KO punch already set. We know that sneaky stock could happen last time. Maybe it happens one more time. At 10%, though, I don't think it's killable. And you don't even get to use it. What a combination. Out of the jump, into the reach, into the stock. Said goodbye.
Yep, okay, I knew, look, as soon as you see Bayonetta take you to the top corner or top center, 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna die. This isn't Smash 4, so it's not near as potent as it was then.
Ooh.
But, ooh, wow, okay, my guy has some tricks up his sleeve. Lust, however, I mean, I know their reactions are there, so which times bat withins, I do believe they can, you know, play defensive accurately, as they're just gonna jump to dodge that one.
Very, very nice so far, though. Lust really maintaining good advantage. And even then, look at that time stop said, not a chance. Let's go ahead and get you off the stage. And then a fist to the face. My guy said, that should be mine. That should, I should have the strongest punch. You do not. I am so sorry. Right now, you're sitting on that last stock, and so easy to combo. A little bit of an up B, though, takes the stock. Almost, no. Such a high ceiling gives way for Lust.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about, okay, Lust, you know, managed to survive there, but unfortunately went right into the waiting arms. My guy being able to at least take off with 1 stock. So no 3 stock here, but take it all the way to the blast zone. It was all but a formality. Lust going to clean it up in 2. All right. Just like that. Down to the lasts.
It works. It works. As we were talking about, this was a little bit more unfortunate. I think Lust was hoping for that 3 stock easy kind of moment.
Absolutely.
Especially as a Bayonetta, you know that matchup, and we saw, you know, the combination. It was just, again, the trade-outs that you unfortunately have to give against a Little Mac can lead to that, okay, 1-hit KO kind of situation. But at this current moment, you are looking at that final player. I believe we are looking at the Mario Inkling setup right now. So, in your opinion, Beautiful, I know I gotta ask you. I always gotta ask you. What are you thinking?
Mario.
Not even a moment. Not even a moment. No Inkling. No Inkling. Get Inkling out of here. Go, go, go.
Bring out the Mario. Look, okay. I literally loved Inkling like day 1 when the game dropped, and everybody knows Inkling. If you were on Smash Bros. Ultimate the first few months, Inkling was a terror, 100%. But Mario is just literally such a solid force, and like, if you're a great player, he's even better. And DS Mario main, I'm assuming, is a great Mario player. We have seen him on stream multiple times before. Has done work. Usually has been the closer for this Long Island squad. So, like, 100% getting into it. I believe that this is going to be the good answer, especially going up against Bayonetta. You'll be able to keep up with her quickness. You'll be able to keep up with, you know, the tricks and whatnot. The cape, oh my god, I cannot speak about how good cape is here enough. Just being able to do that, as we are going to go right into it. They're going to go small battlefield again, and I really like this.
Okay, explain this to me, because we went from FD straight into basically small battlefield the whole time. Is this a great feeling, you would say?
Yes, absolutely. Just because, I mean, you get about the same distance as Final Destination, right? But with the added of 2 platforms, so that does, you know, allow for some variables to be played for both characters. It does allow, you know, for combos to be dropped by accident. It allows for more defensive options available, and this will give DS Mario main the ability to play around a bit more freely and, you know, watch for attempts at witch times and attempts at bat withins like Lust has been going for.
Oh, well, that was almost a gimme, right? Lust getting so close to that first stock and being able to even it up right now at a net -1, hoping for a chance. 69 currently on Lust, as DS Mario main is eating up so much damage. 123 and then some, and then a final boot off. Lust keeping him on the ledge, and then even looking for that combo. It is gone. The stock is over, and Lust sitting in great position.
Okay, putting it 2-2. A little high on the percentage there. But this is definitely something DS Mario main can come back for. He just needs to catch his footing, you know, catch his breath. It's definitely not finished for him yet. I mean, playing very, very defensively, very, very careful. Having to wait out, you know, when Lust goes for some of these combos. The back throw is really good. Flood will help out significantly as well.
Trying for the read, but does it again. Are you kidding me? Allowed to up smash twice? That feels illegal. That feels so illegal. And Lust got a little bit ahead of themselves. Has to try and rip back this stock on this top platform. Can't get the combination. Instead, DS Mario sitting on 74, waiting for a chance at a grab. Just needs that fragment damage. Again, just trying to trade it out. 31 now on Lust. Follow through, though. This feels like the end. And there it is. No, still in range. Another couple taps. And okay, that one.
No,
that
he's
one.
lost.
Oh!
Not the witch time.
Disrespect.
He was already dead. What are you doing? Lust, come on, man. Oh, my God. Okay. Down to the last stock for each of them. Now, DS Mario Man actually turning up the tempo here. Have been playing rather defensively for the majority of this game. Now you see him, you know, going in for dash attacks more, trying to get some sort of offensive pressure off. But if he gets caught in one single up combo chain from Lust here, they could take it. Oh, he goes to the ladder!
Oh no, is that the reversal? Is that the reversal? Is it over here? No, the ceiling is okay, but my gosh, DS Mario, you were talking about those dangers. Now they're getting so close to the ledge again. Another combination start up 190. I think it's gone. I think it's done. I think it's over. No, you're still alive again. DS Mario Man is trying to hang on for dear freaking life. 124.
124
with the fireball, keeping them alive and keeping them off rhythm. But that's another punch to the side. Are you kidding me? After all that, it is a simple aerial. Take it Lust, claws back, Kean, take game number 1.
Literally had to go down to a Hail Mary attack in the air. I'm going to chalk that up to both damage percentage and DI there. Wow, that was so scary for Kean. Like, Lust had ample opportunities, you know, close it out, play the suit a little bit, but surviving on that last stock for so long. DS Mario Main, I think, just fell to the pressure 100% because you saw how defensive and I don't want to say scared, but how cautious he was playing. Because the thing with Bayonetta is if you do get caught in these strings, you're going to take a lot of damage or you're just straight up going to die. Now, she has a lot of vulnerability, but like I didn't see there's a lot of things that DS Mario Main didn't do that he definitely could have done in this matchup to make it better. But, you know, game number 1, it happens. You have potentially 2 more. They can bring it back as we do go to the next game, but there's some stuff for them to think about.
I think there's more than just a few things to think about because I know you're saying, hey, there's game 2, there's a game 3. That's true, and I agree with you. But we have to lay down the facts here. There was so much riding for LIU to win that one, and that cannot be understated, and I feel LIU know this as well. Let's talk about it, right? Number 1, you see on your screen right now, first round matchup, the opener, the straight up brawling when plants go carnivorous, if you will. The Piranha plant came out and ate up 4. 4 out of the 9. It was a massive stock lead. After that, you bring out My Guy. My Guy tries to hold it down and does. Takes 2 stocks again. You're at a 6-3 advantage. That is a massive lead that I don't think you're going to get again, right? You're not going to be granted that favoritism again. And the fact that it didn't pan out has to weigh on their minds. I'm not saying it's over. Don't get me wrong. I do agree LIU are strong. But you are not going to get that same kind of handicap that you were just afforded in game 1. So in game 2, we got to see even more so from LIU. Kean are not going to be in those situations once again, I don't think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is quite the fumble. We're going to call it is. I mean, I just really do feel for Long Island, like, cause they got pretty close, but if there's one thing that'll stop you, it's a good Bayonetta. So definitely seeing that happen. Talking about, I mean, the potential substitutes coming out, the potential roster switches they could do. I mean, that's something they're allowed to do. So it's more so, I mean, because LIU, you know, they rolled up with the full 5 today. Kean only has these 3. So JP, Lemon and Lust are riding out the entirety of the match tonight. Whereas Long Island, they have the ability to switch in a few, you know, if they want to pull in Palm Tree, if they want to, you know, get Ninja Nick in here, it's all up to them to do so. But, I
mean,
man,
I got some news for you. I got some news for you, beautiful. As you and I have been discussing on this test for so long, you know, hey, there can be those matchup differences. Hey, we can have those swap outs, and if anyone is going to swap out, it would be LIU. Running a 5-man roster, we have seen them play different players before. They're sticking with the same 3. All three are going to be coming out. Once again, it is going to be Humboldt, as well as My Guy, as well as DS Mario Main. And now we get to Theorycraft a little bit further, right? Because we know for a fact Kean do not want that Ness versus Piranha Plant matchup. It's not just with the fact that that combination is obviously just a bad matchup for Ness. It didn't feel like JP had a good grasp of what needed to be done. So trying to avoid that, how does that weigh in either favor? Does that give priority over to LIU even though they lost the series? Or lost the game? I mean, what does that do for you?
Yeah, I mean, you want to avoid that matchup. It's absolutely terrifying to think that was, you know, the reason like Kean got off to such a bad start. You get 3 stock by Piranha Plant and then proceed to lose more in the next. It's kind of scary. So I mean, they could, by all intents and purposes, start off with Lust, and just rock it with the Bayonetta, do as much damage as possible. I would not be mad at Lemon Tea starting off with Wolf. I feel it would be a better idea just because Wolf is that heavier character, is that more solid, sturdy character that can match up well with every single person that LIU was playing. So that could be your answer in there to avoid that matchup. But that's, you know, assuming that LIU is going to start Humboldt again, which they kind of often do. So, like, there's precedent for that happening. So, but yeah, definitely have Lemon Tea start.
Yeah, I would agree. However, I think we just got some interesting information. I do believe My Guy is kicking things off. So again, we have insider confirmation of this. Like, a lot of the time, we as casters here, we get a little bit of insider information, and we get to know exactly what goes down first, right? Yes. In this situation, My Guy on the Little Max straight up going, look, I want revenge. I want to have my time in the spotlight. I'm going to step out first, and I will put myself in that round 1. Now, for you, beautiful, what does that say? Because I feel that's a gamble and a half right there.
Well, this is oh my god, this is so just the chattiest of Chad things. This typical Little Mac players, like, yeah, man, I got first, whatever, what's up? You know, dust it off. All right, you know, this is like, oh, captain, my captain, we're going in. Absolutely insane behavior. I'm for it, but okay. We know that when My Guy is on, he is on. Like 100% pedal to the floor, nitrous tank full, speeding down. He can do some crazy things. Him starting off first, I mean, that allows Kean to formulate their game plan, right? We were just talking about how JP wanted to avoid that matchup. It's clear as day here now what's going to happen. So them adjusting accordingly, it's literally the ball is in their court. They could just start JP again and be like, okay, cool, fight the Nest, have fun. You're going to lose the stock maybe too, even if you do win. Or they could, you know, try and match it with the Wolf or with the Bayonetta to start.
Well, we've gotten a little bit of information. It looks like we are going back to Battlefield.
Yeah.
I think I think this is a good start. Once again, we saw it play for a majority share, I think, the last 3 rounds of that game 1. And so it was, you know, hey, fairly standard, pretty simple there. But the idea behind it is, again, go back to that neutral, go back to comfort here. And I think we just had a little bit of a chat in our ear there. We get, again, the insider information, the inside scoop of who might be going up against My Guy. So maybe we can get that in our ear once again. Please, pretty please, God in the sky. Oh, it's no use. Never mind. All right. I think we're going to have a bit of fun there as well.
Absolutely. Going to go right into it here. Okay, going regular Battlefield, not small Battlefield. So Kean actually, with a substitution.
Okay.
Bringing out no use on the pit.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're opening with this one, but I also understand why. Right, go ahead, swap it out. It was that Nest that had a problem, and hey, we'll go ahead and run this factor, but this might give the opening for that shield break. It's happening already, beautiful.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Are we sure we're not watching the VOD from a few weeks back? Because LIU pulled the same shtick. They just get absolutely aggressive and break the shields and break your spirit. Not a KO punch is charged up from my guy. No Use has so many tools to work around this, but just completely frazzled at the moment. Oh God!
No.
Orbital.
No.
Hold me, brother.
No.
What's going on here?
It's happening again. It's happening again. Oh my gosh. And a little bit of a bait and switch, looking with that forward smash, saying, hey, I know you're going to try and swing this way. It's no use. About to be the username. And it is. It is one of the quickest 3 stocks we've seen. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Bro, my guy's over here doing his best John Cena 2006 impersonation. Oh my God, what? Like, just comes in. Like, first off, we see it in chat. I'm starting. I got this. Me first. And proceeds to 3-stock the first player on Kean with literally no difficulty.
Okay, well, here's the problem with that. This is deja vu a little bit, because we did see LIU literally do this again, right?
This, like, exactly. They can't keep getting away with it.
I know. I was talking about this fact, right? If you joined us for game 1, I was saying, hey, you know what, LIU, it doesn't feel like they're going to get that same chance once again. You do not, in crews, usually get a 3-0 start. It just doesn't regularly happen. You almost always trade a stock. And the fact that a Little Mac, again, was able to take it is crazy enough on its own. So, the fact that it's happening again, LIU have to realize they have been granted a second chance. They were going to heaven, you know, it was going to be a problem, and they said, okay, we will grant you one more opportunity. If you can lay it out, if you can go ahead and keep yourselves good with this lead that you are afforded, it will be that chance. And honestly, it's no use. I hate saying it. That one felt rough.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. It's not what you wanted to see, subbing in, you know, another player, giving them the blessing to go ahead and saying, all right, start off strong. We just need to win one more, and we got this. And just get completely blasted like that. I mean, shout out to No Use for showing up at least, but wow, my guy. Yeah, he's feeling himself, and we know that when this man is on fire, we've seen it before. The things he can do, and keep it on. Like, look, they might not even need a second. I mean, we have word that Lust is coming in second, but like, okay,
yeah,
get that rematch. All right.
Yeah, and this one went pretty much the way we thought it would, right? I think this one went only 1 stock difference.
Yeah.
And then Lust ran the rest of them. So the idea here, again, get it back to net 0. Go ahead and set it up just like you normally would, and you'll be fine. And I think we're going to have it here, unless my guy comes out with just a fantastic stylization saying, I'm already feeling good. But at the same time, we're already seeing the combos kick off.
Yep, already. My guy's sitting at 44%. He's going to play this a bit differently, though. You know, he's had some time to watch how Lust plays. Oh, no, 2 up tilts in a row. Wow, look for forward smash there. Now he's, you know, put himself ahead of a lead. He has to be able to control center a lot, you know. Playing around center and mid stage is so pivotal here, because Lust, if you get them on the sides, they will be able to, you know, just take you to combo school. So my guy now has that KO punch charged up, but is playing a decent amount better than he was in the first matchup these two had.
Understanding that spacing, trying to bait out for this KO punch, and gets it. Lust gets a bit cheeky, doesn't hit that shield like I think they were expecting, and instead lands right in front. But this should be the rebuttal. A very quick snap all the way off, and just the bullets to boot.
Ooh, yeah, that was smart by Lust to turn it around and end it on the 3rd string, I want to say, of that combo. I'm going to try and keep it going up, push him backwards. Oh, wow. Okay, a little meeting of the minds, a clash there. The armor from my guy is going to allow him to win out on that trade.
Not just that, it gives them priority right now. Again, we can see my guy trying to break into the territory of the Bayonetta. Lust realizing they're getting chased right now ever so slightly, baiting out for these small little hits. But again, the combinations, they're not so elongated now, going for those short chops, but it's working, right? Realizing, hey, I don't really have to force those combinations as much as I wish, because again, it looks fancy, but sometimes it leaves it open for a rebuttal. Instead, go for those quick chops, get those stocks, and move on to the next.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very difficult. Like you said, my guy had that KO Punch all charged up and ready to go, but unable to utilize it because of the, closing ability of Lust on this Bayonetta against, you have a character that's really, really great off stage with the multiple forms of recovery versus a character that you don't want to get them off stage because it's so difficult for them to get back to stage. And that is just the nature of this matchup. Some dash attack. Oh, wait, if he times this perfectly? Oh, God. This has just gotten a lot scarier.
Okay. It's not as scary anymore. It's not as scary anymore. You're good. I think Lust is going to be more than happy with this combination. 131 on my guy, but my guy's done work, right? This is
barely
5 stocks for the Lil Mac. Lust carries on with 1, and this is, again, not a granted set of stocks, right? This is vastly different than from game number 1. Yes, game number 1 was a 3-0 at the start. This one feels more manufactured. This feels a lot more like the LIU that we've watched in the regular season time and time again have those sprees of stocks.
Yeah, no, that was very, very nice by my guy to get as much work done as possible there. Getting those 2 stocks down, putting Lust at 1 stock, I mean, honestly, yeah, pat on the back, big man. I mean, that was a very scary situation. He very well could have taken both of these 2 players out. Like, it was really, there was a percent chance, the chances are low, but never 0 as it goes. So now, honestly, at this point, Long Island, well, no, because this is kind of a repeat of game number 1, right? It's very much in their ballpark to lose now because you have such a good setup. You have to be able to finish through.
Mm-hmm. We need to see the second come out here. And again, we do know it is DS Mario main or the likes of Humboldt. We know it is that Piranha Plant or that Mario Inkling. And I think go with that. I want to say Piranha Plant, go with the heavy hitter, go ahead and break it out. You only need 1 stock, and then you can bring the Piranha Plant out and just go silly. So, I mean, that's what I'm feeling at least.
I feel that. Yeah, just go ahead, bring out Humboldt, bring him in, give him some plant food.
I mean, what kind of fertilizer do you give a plant like that? Like, honestly, like, what are you giving that thing?
It's interesting, but this is very much Long Island looking to force the game number 3. Kean did a really good job of, winning that first game, but it was admittedly off of some of, the mistakes that Long Island made. And now it's right there, right? It's literally within their grasp. So
it's Humboldt. It's Humboldt now.
It is in fact Humboldt.
And also, I do agree, it was mistakes on both ends that Kean are trying to capitalize on right now, trying to push for that end of the game here, end of the series as well. But let's go ahead and get set up. Lust dropping 2 stocks. I'm going to try and fight their way with their last, a little bit of stylization to go ahead and keep themselves all happy. The bounces are always some of the most energy. I love Humboldt's just like chomping away, like, really, we're going to do this right now? Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
It's Bayonetta. You got to do it with style, So, I mean, we're going to get into it. Like you said, last stock for Lust, Humboldt on 3. Now, what can the Kean man do? This is one of, the baddest Umbra witches in existence. Ooh. Got combos for days. We know that's one of, Humboldt's biggest weaknesses. Oh, no. No, he's going to carry that all the way through. Oh, okay. Nice
the combo reset. Oh!
Wait a minute!
Oh no! It's happening again! It's happening again!
He said 1 stock, no problem, baby. I got you. Watch this. Block this overhead. Okay, good air dodge, good air tech from Humboldt to get something in. He has to be able to finish this off. Okay.
Oh my god. It just feels so illegal what Lust is doing right now. This
should
not
be
allowed. Yeah, Humboldt is just crying for an opportunity and gets shoved off stage. That was another attempt at an edge guard, but not going to happen. Instead, you try and roll under Lust. Feeling like a chance, a little bit of good time water, and a punch in the face. You get it! Lust is an absolute maniac, and Humboldt has to feel the pressure right now.
He blind witch timed the spike ball coming at him. That's just pure technique there, Lust. Being able to do that, bring it to a 1-to-1. I said Bayonetta has the tools to potentially take this all the way. You're making a real good case for it right now, Lust. Gets caught up, goes in for the knockup as well. Humboldt, gotta play patient, gotta play controlled.
Oh, man. I mean, listen, when protagonists protagonize everything, it goes off. This is the scary part. It's 83 and then some. Humboldt finally lands a good strike and is hoping for just a bit more, but landing on the ledge is so close. A good grab comes out. Lust guarding for their life, and Humboldt praying for an opportunity. Just one strike is what you want, but there it is. A little bit of carry. No, you get down. Can you fly back up? Yes, you do. You roll straight in, and it's the back air to finish. Lust takes 3.
I thought Halloween was over. Apparently, it's Eternal Night because Lust literally just took it by the horns and threw that bull in the pen. Absolute insanity. One stock to rule them all, apparently. Humboldt came and went. As much as we talked him up, immediately fell over like dust in the wind. Holy moly. Look, I don't think Lust wants a game 3, man.
No. No, Lust was supposed to come in as a second in game 1. Had to be subbed out because I think they were running just a little bit behind, which we understand, and said, okay, I'm sorry, I gotta make up for my mistake. Let's run it. And honestly, it got to the point where we were seeing desperation out of Humboldt. Right at about the midway of stock 2, you realized things were looking a little bit shaky. You saw Humboldt start to kind of panic a little bit. Hey, I'm not landing the stuff that I normally do, and it's only one more stock. Why can't I get one more stock? And when that mindset gets there, you are done. It is over for anyone, I feel, that plays Smash, that understands what could happen.
Okay. DS Mario main swapped to the Inkling, so it's now DS Inkling main right now. Okay, one stock. You just need one stock. That's all you need. All you need to do. Okay, let's see if they can get it. Back on Hollow Bastion. Okay, so this is good. Good map for both characters, actually. But DS Mario main can play a lot more aggressive here and potentially just, take this in a quick fashion. Because they are off to the races. Less also stocks.
Oh no! Oh no! Don't no! There's PTSD in me right now, beautiful. There's a little bit of PTSD. No, Lust, you can't do it to him like that. Let him have a chance. DS Mario main is praying for an opportunity.
Oh no, he got it again!
Another simple aerial, another simple tap. Lust is only on 1%. 1 for a 10% and carries him off. He should be able to get up. Inkling is just fine, but you're already at 151. Another back here. He isn't going to seal it. And just look at the snipes to deny an opportunity back. Trying to force him off a ledge. Another up tilt. Just carrying him.
Okay,
it's just so easy. Okay. Finally, DS Mario main gets a chance.
Oh my god. Okay. Finally teching away instead of teching in, but at 200%, you might as well forfeit this first one. Rock with the second one. The grab is great and will allow him to take that first stock. Less than 51%. Oh no! He tagged him with the edge! The combo extender is there. He will take out of it, but gets caught in the air. The maneuverability of Lust is just so potent to deal with on this Bayonet. He's stuck though. He didn't end his roller early. DS Mario main making very key misplays here. That's gonna cost him severely.
First on the Mario, now on the Inkling. Things are looking rough. If Lust is able to take one more, you put Kean
He's done. To
move
no, on. He missed
oh my gosh. On the ground.
He missed
if you get the stick, you're good, but no. Look at the chase of the grab, and now you throw him forward. Up in the air you go, a little bit of a charge on the B. Not gonna have a bomb goes out, trying to cover the back end, but the roll in, and you try and sprint out, but you're too scared to fight. DS Mario main needs to go in, doesn't have any paint in the shell though. Needs to recharge as best as possible. Look at the chase. Look at the chase. Lust knows that they want to get the second, trying to find it. Finally a hit back. Finally, DS Mario main says thank you very much.
He's done.
And now
He's done.
Is done. Oh my lord. DS Mario main wiping the sweat from their brows.
Look, he's wiping the sweat from his brows. I got sweaty in the pits already. I was jumping up and down right there. There were multiple instances where he could have just completely ended that match, but the whiffs were whiffing, my boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, big sigh of relief. Managed to lose only one stock, so, not the end of the world. They're still in this. LI are still holding on here. They're forcing the final game, the final player to come out. Lust, however, my goodness. Oh my goodness, what a showing.
Lust single-handedly took 7. I would just like to point that out. Lust took well over 66% of the stocks here to force Kean into a winnable position. If this swings back, it will be the most monumental swing back, I feel, in momentum, in mindset, in just mental energy. Because, quite literally, Lust is the team. I hate saying that. I hate ever calling it one person, but, I mean, we got to call it what it is. Lust has carried this so far in games 1 and 2.
Absolutely, 100%. Like, I mean, call it what it is, you know? Like, Captain Lust show just going crazy. Okay. So, let's see. It's going to be Lemon Tea to end it out. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is definitely, you know, totally fine with this, 100%. The Wolf should be able to close it out. You only have 2 stocks to go. There should be, on paper, should be no reason to why DS Mario main, if they stick with Inkling, that is. If they go to Mario, a little bit of a different story.
They do not get to change.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so they do have to stick with it. We are getting Inkling all the way through. This is how crews work. It is one of the enjoyments and painful things about crews, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. I had to make sure I'm like, okay, yeah, that's in the rule book. Yes. Okay. So winner stays on, character-wise. All right. Totally in Long Island's boat. Now they really gotta bat down the hatches here. Captain My Guy can't save you now, unfortunately. DS Mario main though, no slouch at all. I mean, this matchup, it's a little scary. It's a lot of furious, but it's not too dissimilar from what he just went up against with Lust on Bayonetta. A little bit slower paced, but actually, wait, did I see that player card right? Lemon Tea is gonna play the Fox. Oh. No. My boy.
Shout out, by the way, to our producer, Colton, who has been trying to keep up with this so hard. Had Fox last time, and I'm pretty sure was like, I'm predicting game number 2 here. That it's so much fun to talk about. Right now, we are getting that Fox a little bit faster, as you were talking about, right? That Wolf, a possibility, but the Fox a little bit faster on the combos if you can, but you can already see DS Mario main feeling a lot more comfortable in this matchup.
Yeah, they're going to match each other speed for speed, especially. In the power in the kill department, though, I mean, you got to give it to the Inkling with the ability to stack up the damage percentage with how much paint they get on an opponent, right? With the explosivity of the grenades and the roller to get you stuck. It's very difficult for Lemon Tea on this Fox. I mean, if they drop their combos, they're going to get mixed exponentially.
At the same time, if you're able to trade out 1 stock for 1, I think you're okay with that one, right? If you are Lemon Tea, that's a trade you're willing to take, and that's why you are trying to chop up this damage, right? That laser gonna rack up a few percentages. Oh, and the mini taunt in there, and then into the up smash. No, the disrespect again.
That Lemon Tea is my new favorite player. I'm sorry, friendship ended with My Guy. Lemon Tea is my goat now. Holy cow. Okay, yeah. That's them Kean boys, baby. Let's go. All right. See how well they can convert this now. 102 on their first stock still. Fox is a little squirrely, ironically enough. So if he gets tagged with a hard hitting attack, he's going to go flying.
He is, but, I mean, you got so much to work with, right? And so you can play with pretty much abandon, a little bit of paint to keep him away, and then no tech coming out here, so that is a stock for DS Mario. But now it's fresh. It is a fresh stock for Lemon Tea. You just got to play clinical. You just got to play your game, and you got to play it smart. 70, 80, 90 here on the counter, looking at 100. And it feels all but a done deal. DS Mario main's got to play their hearts out here if they want to take these last 2 stocks.
Okay, DS Mario main 102, but full meter. Yeah, can get that grab run up. You know, if he gets stuck, never mind. You know what? Why am I even trying to do an analysis when there's the one thing that's always for certain? Run up tilt.
Yep. I mean, it's so fast as well. There's so little reaction time that you can break out with it. So to use it twice, just again, I love the mix-up from Lemon Tea, sprinkling in a little bit of honey in there in that tea because it was phenomenal. A great way to end it here. And again, I was scared, right? I was scared once again. I was like, man, we're gonna go to a game 3 because we see all these teams, you know, they get mixed up. Sometimes there's mistakes, which both teams had. But at the end of the day, it was Kean in back-to-back underdog-style stories in this series. What a time.
Yo, for everyone there at the Kean facility, if y'all are actually like together, if y'all are near each other, shake Lust's hand. Give that boy a hug. Buy that man a cake, a cheesecake, cupcakes, whatever. Because that man really just put on a clinic and led y'all to the promised land. This man pulled his best Moses impression to let my people go on to the quarterfinals. Oh, my absolute... What a unit. What a player. Props to that man right there.
So good. And, I mean, it's something that we do have to look forward to in the future, right? Because we do need to look forward, and I hate doing this because it was such a fun win. Kean have a very high percentage chance of going up against Fisher, right? No two ways about it. It's in the next round. It feels like it's going to happen. I got to ask you, how are they going to shore this up? Because you cannot lead into a series against Fisher, dropping 3 early without taking a single one. Like, how do you correct that?
Okay, so they unfortunately have to go up against the big bad #1 seed in Fisher for the next round. It's really hard to like say, it's like, oh, this is everything you need to fix before you go up against literally the best team in this league. It's very dependent on the day. I mean, there's a few little uncharacteristic mistakes, that could potentially hinder them going forward. But if they stay out of their head, if all the players on this squad could play up to the level that Lust was playing today, I think they would be okay. But because it is such a huge disparity between, projected seeds and like player skill, it's very much a do your best scenario, literally play your heart out and do your best, and you should get the result that you can. So that's my analysis for that.
I gotta agree. I have no other words. Kean, they know they're up into a massive hill of work in Fisher, but LIU fought their hardest as well. Some ups, some downs, and unfortunately they're out. We are going to see Kean move on into the quarterfinals. They have been confirmed to face off against Fisher, and that should happen next week. Of course, that is more SSBU action next week, but there's so much more ECAC to be covered in the coming days. Most specifically, tomorrow is going to be Valorant at 8 p.m. EST. That'll be Wichita State University going up against the University of Albany. Make sure not to miss out on all that action as well. But for right now, we are done. Unfortunately, there is no interview. My name is Orbital. With me has been Beautiful Crow as well as Colton on production. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great night.